If you really wanted me, you would do this for me. You never consider my feelings. You always think of yourself. No one else would understand you like I do. Without me, you would be completely lost. I can't believe you make me. This, after all I've been through. If you really loved me, you would trade for me. I don't think you can. Find someone else who loves you like me. Are hurtful words, but that many times come from the closest people. Sons, daughters, brothers, partner, or friends. Words that not only make you feel guilty, but that little by little you are led to doubt yourself, of your decisions, and even your value. In this video, we will see 5 signs of someone who is looking for manipulating you or manipulating you. To be attentive to their intentions. But first, listen to the story in pink to better understand the above. Later in the video. Pink, a 72-year-old woman that, after a lifetime of sacrifices and hard work, decided he wanted to enjoy his time, surrounded by her family and friends. His house that he built with so much effort was full of memories. The laughter of his children running down the hallway, long conversations with her friends in the kitchen, and evenings in the garden with their grandchildren. Was a home full of love, a warm place that he had forged with each of the moments he had lived. But one day, someone close to her began to suggest, subtly, to stay at home. Don't come out so pink. You don't want something to happen to you, he was told. Your friends are very busy. Don't bother them, I'll take care of you. At first he thought it was just a concern, that everything he said was for his own good. But over time, the visits of his children and friends began to be less frequent. They didn't call her as they used to, and when she was trying to contact someone, there was always an excuse. Today, I can't, Mom, another day. Began to feel as if I were being a burden. The phone was no longer ringing. Conversations were no longer as or frequent. That house that had once been the refuge of his life, now it felt empty, like a silent prison. Doors that were always open before were gradually closed, and Rosa began to question herself why they didn't need it like before. That time when he listened in pain, the words of that close person, I take care of you. I love you more than anyone else. No one else will be there for you like me. Rose, full of confusion, began to feel more and more lonely. Realized that what had previously been recorded had now been transformed into control. Is no longer the strong and active woman she had been, and became someone he feared going out to call, or just to ask for what you needed. The freedom to love and be loved seemed get away from it. But in his heart, Rosa knew something was not right. His life should not be a prison, and his memories a peso, and then one day decided to open the doors again. I need a friend. Take your child for coffee. And began to recover those connections he had lost. Because he understood that love is not isolation. Love is freedom. Is the right to remain yourself, surrounded by those who have accompanied you all your life. Now let's look at these 5 signs that indicate that someone is manipulating you. Sign number 1 separates you from your loved ones. Imagine that your life is like a house that you built with effort over the years, room by room. Every room is full of memories and moments, shared with the people you love the most. Your children, your grandchildren, your siblings, friends who have been your family. Over the years, this house, even though it ages like you, remains the refuge of your heart. But suddenly, someone enters that house, not to help you, but to close doors. First comes with small excuses. Your sister is busy. You don't need to know it so many times. Or perhaps with a warning that sounds so affectionate that you don't question it. I don't want you to get hurt. There are people who are not good for you. You are fine here with me. No. They tell you it as if it were for your own good, as if they were protecting you. But at the beginning, you don't see it. Sounds logical to you. After all, who better than that person to watch over you? But then, it starts to hurt. You realize that you don't talk so much to your loved ones. You stop calling, even though you know it's always been part of your routine. Excuses begin to make you feel as if you were being a nuisance. Why I will bother them if they no longer have time for me, you think. And when you try to open those doors, when an impulse of love for your family makes you call, you hear that voice again. The one that now seems more and more familiar to you. Don't worry about them. They don't care about you like I do. Little by little, you are becoming more alone. And even if they tell you that they do it for your own good, you wonder whether they are really doing it for you or for them. You've gotten carried away by the idea that you're a burden, that you are getting in the way of those who, at the end of the day, nor do they miss you like before. The phone no longer rings. Visits are becoming increasingly rare. And the worst thing is that you don't even dare to try to break that silence. Have you realized what's going on? The house that used to be a warm home is now just an empty space where light no longer enters. You feel trapped, as if all those doors were locked, and you didn't have the combination. And even though you feel it, you don't know how to get out of that emotional prison. It's like your whole life is spending in front of you, but you no longer have access to what you love the most. They tell you they do it because it's the best thing for you, that you don't want to be hurt. But the truth is much wilder. Are leaving you without your roots. Are separating you from everything that gave you strength. And you don't realize it until it's too late. Who told you that true love means isolate? Love does not cut your roots. Love strengthens them. Love encourages you to talk to your friends, to listen to your children's problems, without feeling a burden, to feeling alive, part of the life around you. And then at some point, someone let go of those words that destroy you, your hopes. No one else will be there for you like I am. For real. At what point did they make you believe that staying alone was a form of love? This is what you deserve. After a lifetime of effort and sacrifice, someone call you the most essential of your right to love and be loved. After all I've done for you, so you pay me back. Are controlling you, are making you believe that you have no right to relate to others. But what they are actually doing is to take away what has always made you who you are. A person connected with others, to your family, with your friends. Don't let the doors of your life close to you. Don't let them drag you into loneliness, because no one has the right to take away what is yours. It's time to do something. You deserve to regain those bonds, that warmth, those conversations that have done you so much good. Don't be convinced that it's too late. Don't get caught in this control bubble. True love does not lock you up, it frees you. So don't think about it anymore. Open those doors, pick up the phone, and call that person you haven't seen for so long. If someone makes you feel guilty for doing that, it's because he fears losing control over you. But remember, control is not love. Love is freedom, is sharing, is to be surrounded by those who really love you well. Today, make that decision. It's your life, it's your home. And the keys have always been in your hands. Open those doors and let the light back in. Sign number 2, subtly intimidates you. Sometimes control does not come with shouting or threats. Direct. Number arrives like a silent shadow, disguised as a worried angel. As if it were for your own good. Infiltrates every corner of your life. In every conversation, in every look, until you can no longer distinguish whether they are loving you or imprisoning you. It's like when someone tells you, if you really loved me, you would do this for me. Or when they look at you with that expression, as if you had made a mistake. but without telling you what went wrong with that one. A look that sinks into your soul, but is speechless. Is the feeling like a weight in the stomach? As if you were guilty of something you don't even know what it is. At first, everything seems a comment here, a suggestion there. With your age, you should think things over better. And you accept it because it sounds reasonable. Because maybe you have doubts, maybe you feel that time has made you more vulnerable. But little by little, these words become more frequent and more hurtful. I don't know what you would do without me. And suddenly you begin to doubt yourself. To think that maybe you can't do anything without that person. You need your guide, your approval, your company. And with that doubt begins your incarceration. You are getting lost. You stopped making decisions for yourself. You stopped dressing the way you liked. Because they made you feel that it was no longer appropriate for your age. You stopped dating your friends because they told you they don't suit you. Or they don't understand you like I do. Made you feel that you no longer know what is best for you. And a day without knowing how, you woke up feeling invisible. You no longer dare to speak your mind. You no longer make decisions for fear of being a nuisance. Or the pressure does not only come from words, also comes from silences, of glances full of reproach, of gestures weighing more than 1,000 sentences, make you feel that if you don't follow their rules, you will be alone, lost, abandoned. But let me tell you something. That is not love. True love doesn't make you feel like you're walking on broken glass, does not make you feel that you have to ask permission to be yourself. Love does not cut your wings. Love gives you the strength to fly. And if you were ever told, after all I've done for you, so you pay me back, or no one else would love you like I do, those are not words of love, are daggers disguised as affection. And every time they are repeated, too, from debilitando to further and further away from who you really are. Maybe you've become so used to those phrases that not even the notes. Maybe you don't realize how many times anymore you have stopped being yourself just to avoid a conflict. How many times have you kept quiet? How many times have you been afraid to do something for yourself? How many times have you felt that you no longer own your own life? But listen, it does not have to remain so. You don't have to remain someone else's shadow. The first step is to realize what is happening. Recognize that the pressure you feel, that guilt, that's you. It is not your responsibility. Is the weapon they use to keep you under their control. But don't let it anymore. Talk to someone you trust. Someone who doesn't make you feel smaller. Someone who lifts you up, not one who sinks you even deeper. Because what you need, now someone can help you see you. To remember how strong you are. And most importantly, set limits. You don't have to compete or fight. You just have to say, this is not right for me. Because if someone gets angry when you start defending yourself, is because the control they had over you begins to toll. And that is a victory. Don't be afraid to take that step. You are not alone. Even if they made you feel that without them you could not live, the truth is that you can. You have always been able to. They just made you forget your strength. You were led to believe that you could not walk alone. Today may be the day you start saying no. The day you stop crouching your head and start walking with your head held high. Because this is your life, your history, and your freedom. And no one, absolutely no one, has the right to snatch them from you. Don't let fear control your life. True love doesn't make you feel afraid, does not humiliate you, does not make you feel that you must pay an eternal debt. True love respects you, listens to you, and above all, lets you be free. Today is the day to get your life back. Today is the day you start being you again. I ask you, if you got to this part of the video, take you 1 second to subscribe if you have not already done so, to be part of this community that is growing day by day. And leave a like to help me reach more people with my videos. Thank you very much for your support. Let's continue. Sign number 3 does not do what it says it is going to do. Have you ever been promised something with such confidence that made you feel that in the end, everything was going to get better? Don't worry, I'll take care of everything, they said. Or perhaps something as simple as, this weekend I will come to see you, I promise. And you, with a heart full of hope, waited. You believed. You thought you would finally have some company of support for the attention you needed so much. But the weekend passed. And next, and next. Promises vanished like smoke. Calls that never came. Visits that never occurred. And the worst thing is that when you ask them why they did not comply, they respond with excuses. I've been so busy. You have no idea what happened to me. Or simply, a heavy silence that sinks deeper than any word. You stand there with an unanswered question, looking into the void. But the most delicate thing is not the lie. The most painful thing is how they make you feel. Because when you claim, they look at you as if you were the problem. As if you were selfish for waiting, something you were promised, for asking for what they had offered you. They tell you you always think of yourself. You can't be so selfish, and make you feel like you're a nuisance. As if your needs were not important. It's like being given a glass of water when you're thirsty, and just as you are about to drink, they take it out of your hands. And you stay there, with a dry mouth, feeling that maybe you didn't deserve that glass of water after all. Make you doubt yourself. Make you feel that asking for what you were already promised, it's wrong, that you are the one doing something wrong. For waiting for what is yours. And the cruelest of all is that this dynamic, it is not an accident. They are not simple forgetfulness. It is a constant manipulation. A game where they keep you waiting. Waiting because they want you to depend on them. Want you to be grateful for this they give you, even if they are never enough. Want you to settle for the little, because they are afraid of losing control. Maybe now, you don't even dare to ask for. Maybe you have stopped waiting to demand. You have become too doing everything by yourself, even if it costs twice as much. But let me tell you something, it's not fair. It is not fair to carry everything when you also need support, company, and love. You have given a lot in your life, you have given care, you have sacrificed. You have been there for others. And now when you need it most, leave you empty. No longer justify their empty promises. Do not accept any more excuses. If someone loves you, if someone really cares about you, must deliver on what it promises. Pretty words don't fix your life. They don't give you what you need. What counts are the facts. What counts is that someone is there for you, not only when it suits them. Make a stop on the road, put limits. Don't be afraid to demand what you deserve. I respect honesty, real company. If someone promises you something and does not deliver, let him know that you will no longer tolerate such lies. You are not asking for an extraordinary favor, only the minimum. Be treated with dignity. Seeks help from other people. There are those who do understand what you are experiencing, who will not leave you waiting. Sincere neighbors. Community groups do not stay waiting for someone who has already failed you 100 times change, because they will not, and you don't have to continue to suffer for it. Remember something very important. You don't need to beg for love or attention. Even if you have been told 1,000 times that without me you would be lost. That is not true. You are not lost. You are tired, disillusioned, maybe broken inside. But that doesn't mean you won't be able to get up again. Find the way again. Life doesn't end when someone stops fulfilling you. What ends is your patience, your tolerance. And just at that moment, something new begins. The moment you decide you deserve more. Because you deserve it. You've always deserved it. And if they cannot see it, then it's time to open new doors. Doors that do open. Doors that do not require empty promises or excuses, nor lies. Only the truth of what you deserve. Signal number 4 is constantly victimized. Is terrifying, as some people over time become experts in making everything spin around you, making you feel as if you are to blame for everything. With every word they leave you, the feeling that you are the one who has done wrong, that everything that goes wrong in their lives, somehow, it's your fault. The smile on his eyes is nothing more than a tool to manipulate you, to put in the background your own problems and become their savior. And when you face them, when you try to put into words what you really feel, your answer is always the same. How can you be so insensitive? All I've done for you, and this is what you did. Make you feel that if you are not perfect, if you are not completely at their service, you are the bad guy in the movie. That if you don't follow his script, you are hurting his soul. And you are paralyzed at that instant. Because who wants to be the cause of the suffering of someone who, for so long, was their support? You have been caught in their web of guilt. And little by little, you begin to doubt yourself. You become their constant source of. If you dare to say something they don't like, the cry begins. Tears fall. And immediately, it is you who must bear the weight of guilt. The same weight as 4 years. They have refused to assume. They give you a broken glass box and tell you, take care of her, she is attractive. Don't let it break anymore. And you strive. You wear yourself out trying to keep it intact. Even though they've slammed that box over and over again. But they don't tell you that fragility is not your fault. That was already broken before you held it. Every time you keep silent, every time you swallow your feelings, you do it for fear of them collapsing. You shut up to prevent them from falling into a sea of garbage. Not to be to blame for her pain. And worst of all, they make you feel that if you do not protect them, if you don't follow their rules, you will be destroying their world. But who is destroying yours? Them, with their constant manipulation, with its need to be the center of everything. And you forget. You forget what you need, than you deserve. Because you fear losing them, but you really want. Keep someone in your life who is breaking you. Inside, emotional manipulation consumes you. Makes you walk on eggshells. Afraid of hurting that person. But every step you take wears you down more. You steal the peace, the joy and courage to move forward. The fear that when confronted, forget how little you have left. But what can you do? First, you have to understand that you are not responsible for their suffering. You are no one's life preserver. They don't ask you for help because they need you. They ask you because they know you can fall into their trap. You have already given everything you had, why carry more? Put limits not because you want to be cruel, but because you need to protect yourself. You do not have. Why be the refuge for someone who's in their own suffering? Every time you are put in front of that broken glass box, take a deep breath and say, it's not my fault, it's broken, I can't repair it anymore. Because the real damage is being done by them. Manipulating you, keeping you in a constant cycle of guilt. Seek support from those who truly value you. Surround yourself with people who, even if they don't understand you at first, they support you. Because you deserve. Be surrounded by those who care for you. Of those who see you as what you are, a person. Valuable that you should not carry with the stones of others. And most importantly, remind yourself that you have already given everything you have. You have already given your love, your time, your effort. You don't have to remain the one who dies. The cross of all you no longer need. To bear the guilt of what others are not capable of healing. The real victim here is not you. And the time has come to stop repairing them. Stop carrying what does not belong to you. It's time to make the decision to take care of you. To put your heart in the first place. Because you too deserve to be cared for, beloved, respected. And if they cannot see it, it's time to walk to where the doors do open. Sign number 5, won't let you touch the money. Imagine having spent your whole life working, getting up every morning with the sweat of your forehead, fighting for every penny, for every weight you have achieved, saved with so much effort. You say that when you reach your age, you could enjoy what you have earned. Of that little piece, of that gives you having something of its own. But then something happens, and suddenly, they tell you that you can no longer touch your own money. It's as if everything I understand, all you sacrificed, was no longer yours. As if somehow, what is legitimately yours should no longer belong to you. And there you are looking at those bills, those savings. But someone else decides how to use them. They tell you it's for your own good, that you can't spend on it, that you don't know what you need, and make you feel like you are a child, to whom it is necessary to tell how to live, what to do, what to buy. When you reach a certain age, the last thing you want is for someone to treat you as if you were unable to make decisions, as if everything you have tried, all life lessons, will be of no use. They tell you things like, if you really wanted me, you would do this for me. And you are left thinking, confused and hurt. Why, I can't use my money for what I want. What have I done to deserve to be treated as if I were unable to handle myself? All I want is to decide for myself. After so many years of sacrifices, the worst part of all this is that over time, you begin to doubt yourself. You have become so weak that you can no longer handle the most basic, what belongs to you by right. Every time they tell you, I don't think you can find someone who loves you, as I am, the seed of insecurity begins to grow inside you. And one day you realize that without knowing how to, you no longer even have control of your own money. It is as if suddenly, you were the passenger of your own life. Someone else is taking the reins, while you can only watch from the co-pilot's seat. I just touched the steering wheel. You feel helplessly trapped, as if you had been working all your life for something that you can no longer enjoy now. Is like being in a golden prison, construction of material things, but without the freedom to live as you would like. And it's not just about money. It's about your independence, about your dignity. By denying you the right to make your own decisions, you are being robbed. Something much more valuable than your savings, your autonomy, and everything you've built over the years begins toll like a house of cards. They tell you that you don't know what's best for you, that you are unable to manage your own resources. And little by little, you start to believe it, as if you weren't enough, as if you were a shadow of what you were. It's time to put a stop to. You do not have to ask permission to enjoy what you have earned. That money, that little freedom, is yours. Is the fruit of your sacrifices from your years of work. No one has the right to decide for you, nor to control you. It is your right to live in peace, make your own decisions, and enjoy what belongs to you. So, if someone dares to tell you that you can't spend whatever you want, answer them firmly, I appreciate you, but what I do with my money is my decision. Don't let them drag you to guilt. Do not allow yourself to be manipulated. This is your moment, your life, your money. Always remember that money, it is not just a question of resources, is a symbol of your autonomy. Regain control over your money is to regain control over your life. Don't let anyone make you feel small. Not even if I tell you how to live, you deserve it. Enjoy of life that you have worked so hard to build. Don't let them take that away from you, because you also have the right of owning your future. In conclusion, identify a manipulator. He's essential not only for healthy relationships, but also to protect our emotional peace and the dignity we have worked so hard to preserve. The 5 signs discussed in this video are a powerful tool to recognize manipulative behaviors, such as lack of responsibility, constant victimization, the use of guilt and emotional manipulation. Over time, we know what we deserve and what we need in our relationships. By being alert to these signs, we can reaffirm our independence, set clear boundaries, and look after our well-being. No matter the stage of life in which we find ourselves, we deserve relationships that strengthen us, that make us feel respected and loved. Let's not let anyone make us feel less, but let's focus on cultivating authentic relationships, surrounded by the hearts of those who really value us. So much for the video. I encourage you to leave a comment telling you from which city or country you are watching this video, and if you identified any of these signs on someone close to you and how you cope. Or, if you moved away from that person, I invite you to leave me a like and subscribe if you have not already done so, to be part of this community that grows day by day. Thank you very much. Until the next video.